Have you ever considered the sheer amount of food that sits in your pantry and freezer? It's quite astonishing when you stop and think about it. Now imagine if you could consume only what's already there for 30 whole days. Interesting concept, isn't it? This is what we call the 30-day Pantry Challenge. It's an initiative that many people undertake for a variety of reasons. Some might do it to save a bit of money, as it's an effective way to cut down on grocery bills. Others might participate to reduce waste, making sure every item in their pantry gets used before its expiration date. Then there are those who take on the challenge to stretch their culinary creativity, coming up with new, tasty dishes using only what's available. So, how can you successfully complete this 30-day pantry challenge? Let's explore some strategies. Before embarking on this challenge, preparation is crucial. It's the cornerstone of your 30-day pantry challenge success. Now, you might think this is just about rummaging through your pantry and freezer, but it's much more. It's about taking the time to take inventory, to truly know what's in there. Are you aware of that can of chickpeas hiding behind the cereal boxes, or the frozen berries you bought last summer? It's time to bring them all out into the light. Organize your food items, create a list of what's available. This not only gives you a clear picture of your resources, but also sparks ideas for potential meals. And let's not forget about expiry dates. They're there for a reason. Prioritize using up older items first. They might be the secret ingredient in tomorrow's lunch or dinner. With a well-organized pantry and freezer, you're now ready to take on the challenge. Now that you know what you have, it's time to get creative. Unleashing your culinary imagination is the key to making this pantry challenge not just doable, but enjoyable. You see, the beauty of cooking lies in its flexibility. A can of beans can turn into a hearty soup, a comforting chili, or a savory side dish. That box of pasta? It could be an Italian classic or an Asian-inspired noodle dish. The possibilities are only limited by your inventiveness. And don't be afraid to improvise. You might not have every ingredient a recipe calls for, but that's where the fun begins. Substitute, experiment, and discover new flavors and combinations. There's a world of online resources at your fingertips, websites and apps brimming with recipe ideas to inspire you to use up those pantry items in unexpected and delicious ways. Remember, every meal is an opportunity to surprise yourself with your culinary creativity. Cravings can be a hurdle in this 30-day challenge, but they can be managed. It's only natural to yearn for something sweet or savory when you're used to having it at your fingertips. But here's the trick. Instead of giving in, get creative with what's in your pantry or freezer. Long for a chocolate chip cookie? Try a handful of raisins and a spoonful of peanut butter. The key is to find healthier alternatives that can satisfy your cravings. Another powerful tool in this challenge is the concept of delayed gratification. It's about resisting the urge for an immediate reward in favor of a later benefit. In this case, that means resisting the temptation to break the pantry challenge rules for the long-term benefit of better health, savings, and a sense of accomplishment. Overcoming cravings can be tough, but remember, it's only for 30 days. And think of the satisfaction you'll feel when you've made it through. As you approach the end of the challenge, it's time to reflect on your journey. The 30-day Pantry Challenge isn't just about stretching your resources, it's about discovering the potential in your pantry, the potential in you. You've likely noticed several benefits by now. Perhaps your wallet is a bit heavier thanks to the money saved from eating out less. Maybe you've seen a reduction in waste as you put those forgotten canned goods and frozen veggies to good use. But possibly the most rewarding part is the enhancement of your cooking skills. You've had to be innovative to think outside the box to create delicious meals from what you have. Remember, this challenge is adaptable. It doesn't have to be a strict 30 days. It could be a week or even just a weekend. The goal is to learn, to grow, to appreciate what you have. Now that you have the tips and strategies, are you ready to take on the 30-day Pantry Challenge? Remember, it's not just about surviving the challenge, it's about thriving in it.